All right, the next set we'll do, next segment of the Surya Namaskar is the Vanaransa, the lunges. So you're going to do this by coming onto the hands and knees. Make sure the knees are together. Now have your hands shoulder distance apart. Now bring your left foot between the hands. Okay, what are we looking for in Vanaransa? You want to make sure your left knee is above your ankle, that it's not past the ankle. Come onto the tips of your fingers. Make sure your back toes are pointing straight back. Now the actions of this pose. Turn the outer right hip towards your inner left knee. So rotate that outer right hip towards your inner left knee. Push your left knee forward. So you go deeper into this lunge, the hips sink down. Lift the pit of the belly, lift your sternum, and lift your chin. Look up at the center of the forehead. Take a deep breath here. On your exhalation, step back with your left leg. Bring the knees together. And bring forward your right leg into Vanaransa. Okay? So what are we looking for? That the knee does not go past the ankle. This is very important for the safety of your knee. This is the classical way you'll see the Surya Namaskar. We're not doing it like that. We're doing it with an alignment here. This positioning of the knee is the safest position for your knee. So make sure the knee is above the ankle, that your back toes, your left toes are pointing straight back. Come onto the tips of your fingers. Now, actions. Turn the outer left hip in the direction of your right inner knee. So you're rotating the pelvis as much as you can. Once you've turned the outer left hip forward, push that right knee forward. And you can see that the hips go down into this lunge. Lift the pit of the belly, lift your sternum, lift your chin. Take a deep breath in. And then slowly step back. All right, we're going to add Adho Mukha Shvanasana here between your Vanarasanas. So to find your distance for Adho Mukha Shvanasana, move your hips back onto your heels and walk your hands forward. Walk as far forward as you can. It's okay if the hips don't touch the heels, and it's okay if your head doesn't come to the ground. But walk the hands and the hips away from each other as far as you can. When you can't walk your hands any further forward, come onto your hands. Check that your hands are shoulder distance apart. Tuck the toes under and lift your hips to come into Adho Mukha Shvanasana. Now, positioning for Adho Mukha Shvanasana, you want to make sure your hands are shoulder distance wide. And in this case, only for the Surya Namaskar, you want your feet together. This is unusual. Usually the feet are hip distance apart in Adho Mukha Shvanasana, but we're going for feet together here. Now, what to do while you're in Adho Mukha Shvanasana? Press the mounds of your fingers into the ground. Push the heels of your hands into the floor. And use that grounding to lift upward, to lengthen your spine. Lift all the way up into your sitting bones. Let your head relax. Lengthen the spine. And then move your shoulder blades away from each other. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Spread them wide apart. Wrap them around the rib cage. You know, they may not go very far initially, but this is a key action to protect your shoulder joint when you're bearing weight on your shoulders the way you are in Adho Mukha Shvanasana. So this is something to develop. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Move your shoulder blades up towards your hips and move the sitting bones away from the hands. Now from here, to go into Vanaransa, look between the hands. I'm going to share a couple of options. One of them is to step your foot forward. So I'm going to bring the right foot between the hands, step the right foot forward, bring the left leg down. This is one way to get into the pose. This may not be as accessible for everyone. So if you find that when you try to bring your foot forward, it gets stuck and you're not really sure what to do, one option is when it gets stuck is to use your hand and bring it forward. And if you find that that's still not very accessible for you, to take all your body's weight into one hand, another option is to bring both knees to the ground and step your right foot between the hands and get the knee above the ankle. So any of these options are wonderful. So let's go back to Adho Mukha Shvanasana. Have the feet together, have your hands shoulder distance apart, spread the shoulder blades, lengthen by grounding the hands and lifting the sitting bones. As you inhale, look between the hands. And as you exhale, bring your left foot between your hands. Bring the right leg to the ground, release the toes, come on to the tips of your fingers, and turn the right outer side of your pelvis towards your inner left leg. Push the left knee forward, go deeper into the lunge, and lift the pit of the belly, lift your sternum, lift your chin, look up at the center of the forehead. Inhale here. As you exhale, tuck your back toes, bring your back knee up, and step back to Adho Mukha Shvanasana. With the feet together, ground the hands, lift the sitting bones, lengthen. Spread your shoulder blades apart, move them up towards your hips, and relax the head. On an inhalation, look between the hands. And as you exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Bring your left leg to the ground. Once you've got your front knee above the ankle, turn the outer left side of your pelvis towards your inner right knee. Push the right knee further forward into your lunge. Come on to the tips of the fingers, lift the low belly, lift your sternum, lift your chin up. Look at the center of your forehead. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, step back to Adho Mukha Shvanasana. Bring your feet together, press the hands into the floor, lift the sitting bones, lengthen your spine. Spread the shoulder blades apart and relax the head. The point of gaze in Adho Mukha Shvanasana is your navel. Look at your belly. Take a deep breath here. And then when you exhale, bring your knees to the ground and come sitting up.